Hello, this is my inventory management database which can manipulate cargoes, contacts, purchase and sale orders, and viewing financial reports. So let's begin. This is my homepage where you can easily choose which service you would like to work on, including the list management with contact and cargo list, order management with purchase and sale order, view financial statements with financial reports and ranking of the money cost and earn, and you can access help frame to get help or just exit the program, which achieves my first success criterion, which provides user-friendly interface with no fancy components. So let's say if you need to get help before you're using the application. So in the frame, you can easily check how the whole program runs with steps and providing the 7 steps of the error message explanation. Like for example, now select arrow, it shows them with the GF image, and the computational functional explanation also shows the same thing to explain the thing. And you can just click the go back to dispose the frame. So now let's go to the contact list frame. The left side is 3 buttons for manipulating contacts by inserting, updating, and removing, and the right side is a table for viewing, which achieves my third success criterion that program allows to add, remove, view, and edit all context information. As clicking the insert, you will input values for each attribute. Let's say the joy, and it's a miss, and the contact age is 28, and the job title is accountant, and the work company is Shell, and telephone is like 123456789 and the email is joy@gmail.com, and the market sheet as a star contact. So the contact inserting, and after we click the refresh, it will show here. If you want to contact, for example, at the contact age from 28 to 38, and accidentally enter with 380, and so it will show the arrow that the age enter not suitable because you enter something very large, or if you enter the number with 380E, it also shows the arrow that invalid data enter a number. So let's change it to 38, and after this you can just get the new age with the 38. Now let's go to a cargoes frame. Like the 3 buttons and the table for viewing achieves my fourth success criterion that the program allows me to manipulate all of her food products information. Let's say you want to delete a cargo, but you forget to select a row from the table, then the error message will show that to remember you to select cargo. So if you want to add the quantity for Beijing duck, and you can see quantity is 0, the quantity left in the warehouse could be the 0 or larger than 0. So like if you want to add the quantity, for example, because it's the unit measure is in piece, so which means that it cannot be a decimal. So like if you enter the decimal like 2.3, it will show the error that our quantity cannot be decimal. And so when you re-enter with a 20, it will cargo updated. For purchase and sale orders, they have basically the same functionality with cargoes and contacts, but they're more involved with computational thinking and robust error checking. So for purchase order list management, you can use the quick search field to search for the cargo ID you need. For example, the white shrimp. So then you will get the cargo ID, which is 887442. And so which achieves my 10th success criterion that each table would have a search field for user. Let's say you accidentally enter the supply ID 1111, which is now in the table, and before the user to decide the quantity purchases, user can check how many quantity left in the warehouse by looking at the table and sees the 800 is really a lot. So she decided to make only 10.2 pounds, and we make the negative for the price to see what will happen. So when we enter the order, it will show the ID cannot be found because it's not in the table. So let's take a valid one, 4237. And then it will show the second arrow because the purchase price should be a positive. Let's take 1.2. Then it will purchase order added and shows in this table after we refreshing. So, and then let's take like we want to delete the order, like for take example, the first order and the same cargo ID. And when we remove this, it won't be happen because the totally left in the warehouse is only like 810.2, but like when we trying to do the purchase order, it's 90 pounds, which will make the quantity in left warehouse become a negative number, so it won't happen. As inserting a sale order, it basically does the same function and robustness with purchase orders. But one thing to pay attention is that sale order means that you sell something, so your quantity left will decrease. So your quantity sold for cargo cannot exceed the quantity left in the warehouse. Then let's say you want to add the sale order. For instance, you want to enter the first order with original 140 pieces in quantity sold. You change the cargo ID from 298334 to 145712, which means you change it from bongis to Taihu fish, and you change the quantity sold from 140 to 10. So when you edit the order, the update, and then you can see it changes the new record and shows with the quantity 10 sold. And for the Taihu fishes, it begins from 10 to 0, and bongis increases from 100 to 140 pieces. As I click in the financial reports, it will provide an option for real reports by date, year, and the month in year. So if I choose in 2022, it will show reports by this, and so it achieves my 7th success criterion. And when I click in the ranking of the money cost and earn, it shows the two tables with from high to low with money cost and earn, which achieves my 8th success criterion, that the users can know which cargo sale order makes her more revenues and which cargo's purchase sale order cost her more. Last but not least, my program will automatically give warning messages to remind users which achieves my 9th success criterion.